Good afternoon, ma'am. My name is Rosmer. I'm Francisco. This is the video reporting of Group 4. So, our topic entitled Philosophy of Law. So, under the philosophy of law, we have three concepts, namely rights, justice, and punishment. So, my assigned topic is to discuss the definitions of philosophy of law and the several types of law and the definitions of rights. This time, let's discuss what is philosophy of law is all about. So when you say philosophy of law, it is also known as jurisprudence. It is a branch of philosophy that explore the fundamental principles and concepts of law. It examines the nature, purpose, and scope of law, as well as its relationships with morality, justice, and society. Specifically, when you say philosophy of law, it aims to improve the legal system, promote justice, and inform policy decisions that shape the future of our society. So, philosophy of law, it helps us to understand, to have a critical thinking about difference of law, because law is not just stink on one perspective, but also in general, because law is not just talk about crimes, but also in general, like the environmental law, the family law, and many more. So that's why, as individuals, we have to understand, we have to know the difference of law. So this time, let's talk about the several types of law. So first, we have criminal law. So when you say criminal law, it deals with crimes and offenses such as murder, theft, and assault. So specifically, when you say criminal law, it is to punish the deter crimes and protect society and rehabilitate offenders. So with the help of criminal law, we have security, we have safety in our surrounding. Kasi sila yung mga organization na magpa-punishment sa mga taong gumagawa ng mga maling gawain kagaya ng homicide, murder, theft, at iba pang crime na kanilang ginawa na maka-apekto or makasama sa mga tao. So let's proceed to the two types of law, which is the international law. So when say international law, it governs the relationships between countries, including treaties, trade, and human rights. So specifically, when you say international law, it to govern the relationships between countries, promote cooperations, and protect human rights and global environment. So one of the example here is the ICC, or the International Criminal Court. So the purpose of International Criminal Court is to punish those individuals who commit crimes like murder, homicide, and many more. Next, we have the last types of law, which is the environmental law. So when you say environmental law, it is to regulate the impact of human activity on the environment, including pollution and conservation. So the purpose of environmental law is to protect the environment, conserve natural resources, and regulate the impact of human activity on the environment. So what are those human activity? Like deforestation, mining, dynamite, and many more. So those human activities can affect the environment. It could cause like flooding, earthquake, and many more. So the government, they implement laws or nag-implement sila ng batas upang maprotektahan ang environment natin. So ito yung Republic Act number 9003, which is the Ecological Solid Waste Management Act. So specifically, it means to promote sustainable waste management practices. So in order to have a sustainable environment, so the government implement rules, regulations, or Republic Act, which is waste management. So dito, tutulungan tayo kung paano pangalagaan ng ating environment sa pamamagitan ng waste management. Kailangan nating i-separate ang mga biodegradable and malalata at hindi malalata. At kailangan nating gumawa ng alternative na solution upang maprotektahan ang ating environment, kagaya ng 3Rs: reuse, reduce, recycle. So this time, I'm going to discuss to you one of the concepts that fall under the philosophy of law, which is the right. So what is the definitions of right? So according to our research, when you say rights, it refers to the entitlements or freedoms granted the individuals by legal system, social norms, or moral principles. So of course, as individuals, we have different of rights, like the right to live, the right of property, the freedom of speech, at marami pang iba. And according to the 1987 Philippine Constitution's Article 3 Bill of Rights, this article guarantees the fundamental rights of individuals. So according to Article 3, which is the Bill of Rights, it's stated here that every individuals who live in that particular country, they have a right to live, right to speech. My question is, what if there is no law? What if there is no law in that particular country? So of course, magkakaroon ng kaguluhan, misunderstanding, at iba pang pangyayari na maka-apekto or maka-harm sa mga tao, kagaya ng crime, homicide, abuse, at iba pang, or murder, at iba pang maling gawain na maka-harm sa mga tao. So ang law is very important kasi gives us protection, security, stability, in order as a society. Mabibigyan tayo ng justice at freedom na ipaglaban natin ang ating karapatan as an individuals. And also, the purpose of law is to establish the set of rules and standards that govern human behavior, providing a framework for social order, stability, and justice. Law aims to protect individuals' rights, freedom, and property. Specifically, the purpose of law is to create a fair and just society where individuals can live in the peace and security. So as I said a while ago, that the purpose of law is to have a peace and security, and where the rights and dignity of all are respected and protected.
GOODDAY! Good day to each and everyone. And for today's video, I am your teacher Moana Marie P. Bantala, and I will teach you the different kinds of rights. So, let's start. Number 1, the natural rights. These rights that individual possess inherently, independent of any legal system. Think of life, liberty, and property. So the example of natural rights are fundamental rights that are considered inherent and universal, regardless of government or societal recognition. And these are the example of natural rights. Number 1, right to life. Number 2, right to liberty. Number 3, right of property. And number 4 is freedom of speech. Number 5, freedom of assembly. And number 6 is right to self-defense. And these are the examples of natural rights. So let's proceed to number 2, legal rights. Legal rights granted by laws and legal framework. This can vary by jurisdiction and can include property rights, voting rights, and etc. Example of legal rights. Legal rights are fundamental entitlement granted to individuals by a society laws, action, customs, and they are enforceable by legal institution and can be invoked in court of laws. Here are some key aspects of legal rights. Number 1, type of legal rights. Civil rights, freedom granted of individuals such as the right to free speech, voting, and privacy. And example of legal rights: right to life, liberty and property, freedom from slavery, torture, and arbitrary arrest, right to a fair public hearing, equality before the law, and remedy by tribunal. Freedom of belief, opinion, and a peaceful assembly. And these are the key principles of legal rights. The universality, human rights apply to everyone equally. Inalienability, rights cannot be taken away except in a specific situation and according to due process. This document and principles form the foundation of legal rights, protecting individuals from injustice and ensuring dignity and equality. So, number 3, human rights. These are the rights considered to be universal and inherent to all human beings, regardless of legal system or government. Example includes the right to freedom from torture, the right to free speech, and the right to education according to John Locke and Immanuel Kant, emphasizes individual rights as central to justice and human dignity. In contrast, others like Hegel viewed rights in a more social or collective sense, as being part of a larger ethical system that maintains social harmony. And these are the example of human rights. Human rights are fundamental entitlement that every individual deserves, regardless of nationality, ethnicity, religion, or socioeconomic status. They are universal, alienable, and indivisible, encompassing civil, political, economic, social, and cultural rights. And the key principles of that is universality. Human rights apply to everyone equally. Alienability, rights can be taken away except in a specific situation and according to due process. And indivisibility, rights are interconnected and can't be separated. And these are the types of human rights: civil and political rights, freedom of speech, voting and protection against enslavement, economic and social and cultural rights, right to educate, work, and social security, and solidarity rights, collective rights such as the right to self-determination and development. Having rights in the Philippines is significant as it ensures the individual and protected from abuse, exploitation, and oppression. The Bill of Rights enshrined in the Philippines Constitution guarantees fundamental freedoms such as freedom of speech, assembly, and religion, as well as the right to life, liberty, and security. These rights promote social justice, equality, and human dignity, allow citizens to live without fear of persecution or discrimination. Moreover, having rights empower individuals participate actively in democratic process, hold leaders accountable, and demand justice and accountability from those in power. Ultimately, the significance of having rights in the Philippines lies in this ability to foster a just, equitable, and free society where all the citizens can thrive and reach their full potential. And that would be all. Again, my name is Moana Marie P. Bentala, and thank you for listening.
So, a pleasant evening to each and everyone, especially to you, ma'am. A pleasant evening. So, I am the reporter about justice. So, we're going to discuss or to talk about justice. So, justice refers to the moral and legal principles that govern fairness and equality within society. According to 1987 Philippine Constitution Article 8, Judicial Department establishes the Supreme Court and other lower courts, defining their powers and functions. Article 13, Social Justice and Human Rights, mandates the promotion of social justice and human rights, provides for the protection of labor, women, children, and marginalized sectors. So, what is justice? So, let's try to think about what is justice. Or we're going to know about justice. So, justice is a fundamental concept that underlies the moral and legal fabric of society. That's it. In the context of 1987 Philippines Constitution, justice is enshrined in various provisions that establish the judicial department, promote social justice and human rights, and protect the rights of marginalized sectors. So I have 5 types of justice. So I will give you the first one, social justice. This type of justice focuses on promoting equality, fairness, and human rights with the aim of addressing social and economic inequalities. Social justice seeks to create a more just and equitable society where all individuals have access to do the same opportunities and resources. And the number 2 is criminal justice. This type of justice, on the other hand, focuses on punishing offenders and rehabilitating them with the goal of maintaining public safety and order. Criminal justice seeks to hold on individuals accountable for their actions, while also providing opportunities for rehabilitations and integrations into society. The number 3 is constitutional provision. The 1987 Philippine Constitution has several provisions that relate to justice, including Article number 5, Article number 8, and Article number ayusin o paano natin ma-declare sa bawat isa sa ating buhay na yung justice ay importansya sa bawat buhay natin. So, why? Because importance of justice is essential for building a fair and equitable society. It provides a framework for resolving disputes, holding individuals accountable for their actions, and promoting a social and economic development. By upholding the principles of justice, we can create a more just and peaceful society where all individuals have the opportunity to thrive. So that's it. And lastly, while we prioritize our responsibilities and commitments as a students, we continuously strive to achieve our dreams in life, reaching for what we want to accomplish. But amidst all of this, we also continually hope and pray for what we currently have, alongside growing and spreading love for one another. As we prioritize our responsibilities and commitments as students, we continue to pursue our dreams and aspirations in life, striving for what we want to achieve, for what we want to, and through it all, we hold on to hope and gratitude for what we have now, while nurturing and sharing love for each other. So justice is too important to us as a Filipino. Kasi as we declare as a human being, we have a right to choose and to decision kung paano natin mapopromote yung justice sa ating pamamayanan o sa isang society. So, talagang importante mahalagang bigyan ng importansya ang justice sa ating pamamayanan o sa isang society, sociedad, para meron itong peace, meron itong pagkakaisa, unite, and also meron itong pagmamahal sa bawat isa. Bagat yung justice ay isa sa mga paraan upang ang bawat isa sa atin, sa ating mga tao, as a human being, we live in this world, tayo'y tumatapak sa ating pamayanan para tayo magkakaisa. So, justice is too important. Mahalagang importansya. Mahalaga talaga ang justice sa bawat isa sa atin. So, hopefully that meron kayong natutunan about sa aking discussion right now or in this evening about justice. So, short, ang pinapoint out sa lahat, we need to promote justice to have peace on our society, to have peace sa ating pamayanan. Thank you, and that's all. Good evening once again.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is the continuation of another topic. The type of justice. I'm Jamaica Sibariga, your teacher today. Distributive justice focuses on the field of distribution of resources and benefit within society. Industrial like can argue for abuse or ignorance as a way to determine a fair distribution of resources. Retributive justice, concerned with a punishment for wrongdoing, it seeks to impose a penalties that are proportional to do a crime or harm committed.
Good afternoon, everyone, especially to you, ma'am. My name is Princess Kate Flores, BEd 1.2, and my assigned topic is all about restorative justice. This is the continuation of Jeremy Bariga. So, restorative justice focuses on repairing harm caused by crime of wrongdoings, often emphasizing
reconciliation, rehabilitation over punishment. So when we say restorative justice, it focuses on crime, injustice of wrongdoings, and repairing harm caused by criminal behavior. So yung restorative justice pala, ito ay isang paraan ng paglutas ng mga krimen, pagbibigay ng hustisya sa mga inaabuso o biktima ng karahasan. So like for example is nagkasala ka dahil nakapatay ka ng isang tao, so kailangan mong maparusahan dahil mali yung ginawa mo. So we need to investigate them to know the truth kung ano yung dahilan. And another example is may nasagasaan kang isang bata, so ang mabuti mong gawin, dalhin mo siya sa ospital at mag-uusap kayo ng family ng bata kung ano yung pwede mong gawin para hindi ka nila ipakulong. So, kailangan mong pagbayaran yung nagawa mo. So, ikaw yung magbabayad ng bills sa ospital at ibang gastusin. What are the significance of having justice in the Philippines? So, having justice in the Philippines is paramount significance at it ensures the protection of individual rights, to promote social order, and upholds the rule of law. A functioning justice system guarantees that individuals are held accountable for their action. In victims receive fair compensation and reparation, this in turn fosters sense of security, stability, and trust among citizens, allowing them to live without fear of abuse. So justice promotes the equality, addressing issue of poverty, inequality, and social exclusion by ensuring that the rights of all citizens are respected and protected, justice to develop Philippine society. So, having justice in the Philippines, it is very important to us to secure the safety of individual. Mayroon tayong justice sa Pilipinas para mapanatili ang kaayusan ng bawat isa, maiwasan ang mga krimen upang magkaroon ng matatag at magandang samahan. So, upang maprotektahan ang karapatang pangtao, dahil bawat isa sa atin ay may kanya-kanyang karapatan na mamuhay ng tahimik at malaya.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Good afternoon, everyone. This is the continuation report of Miss Flores. Punishment. Punishment is a key concept in the philosophy of law because it concerns the legal and moral consequences of wrongdoing. So, theories of punishment attempt to justify why society punishes individuals who commit crimes and what form this punishment should take. Some major theories include in the 1987 Philippine Constitution, Article 3, Section 19 provides that excessive fines shall not be imposed. Cruel, degrading, or inhuman punishment shall not be inflicted. This section aims to protect individuals from arbitrary, excessive, or inhumane punishment and to ensure that punishment is fair, just, and in accordance with the law. The Revised Penal Code or RPC and the Primary Criminal Code of the Philippines, which outlines the laws and penalties for various crimes and offenses. It was enacted in 1930 and has undergone several amendments since then. The RPC defines and classifies crimes, prescribe penalties, and establish the rules and procedure for criminal liability. It covers a wide range of offenses including number 1 is crimes against national security, second, crimes against the law of nations, crimes against public order, crimes against persons, crimes against property, crimes against chastity, and lastly is crime against public morals The PRC serves as the foundation for the country's criminal justice system, providing the framework for the prosecution and punishment of crimes in the Philippines. And that's all. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Minerva Magda Elito, and my assigned topic is the continuation of the report of Ms. Faizi and I. And here are some examples of crimes and their corresponding penalties under the RPC. First, theft. Article 308. The penalty for theft ranges from arrest to minor, imprisonment for 1 to 30 days, to reclusion perpetua, imprisonment for 30 years or more, depending on the value of the stolen property. Second, physical injuries. Article 262 to 266, the penalty of physical injuries ranges from arrest to minor to prison mayor, imprisonment for 6 to 12 years, depending on the severity of the injury. Third is murder. Article 248, the penalty for murder is reclusion perpetua to death. Murder in legal terms is the unlawful killing of another human being with malice aforethought, meaning with the intent to kill or cause grievous bodily harm. Fourth is rape. Article 266A, the penalty for rape is reclusion perpetua. Rape is defined as sexual intercourse committed under specific circumstances when the victim is under 12 years old is demented. The offense should now be sexual assault under paragraph 2, article 266A of the RPC in relation to section 5B of RA number 7610. The last one is robbery. Article 293 or 294, the penalty for robbery ranges from prison mayor to reclusion perpetua, depending on the circumstances of the crime.
Good afternoon, my name is Jovelyn B. Kamangas, the next reporter. My assigned topic is all about the Philippine types of punishment are outlined in the revised penal code. So here are the main types: reclusion perpetua, reclusion temporal, and prison mayor. So reclusion perpetua. It is an imprisonment for at least 30 years, after which the convict becomes eligible for pardon. So reclusion perpetua, ito ay isang uri ng parusang pambihira dito sa Pilipinas na ibinibigay sa individual na nahatulan o nakakulong ng walang takdang panahon. So ang salitang reklusyon ay nangangahulugang pagkakulong o pagkaligtaan, habang ang perpetua naman ay nangangahulugang walang katapusan o permanente. Kaya't ang reklusyon perpetua ay tumutukoy sa pagkakulong ng isang tao na walang takdang panahon at maaari nitong hanggang sa kanyang kamatayan, depende sa desisyon ng korte at sa batas na umiiral sa panahon nang siya ay hinatid. Next, reclusion temporal. Imprisonment ranging from 12 years and 1 day to 20 years. So when it talks about reclusion temporal, ito ay isang uri ng parusang pambihira sa Pilipinas kung saan ang isang individual ay nahatulan ng pagkakulong ngunit may itinakdang panahon o haba ng pagkulong. Sa halip na walang katapusan, ang reclusion temporal ay may takdang panahon na itinakda ang hukuman. Karaniwan depende sa bigat ng krimen at iba pang mga salik. Kapag natapos na ang itinakdang panahon, maaaring magkaroon ng posibilidad na mabawasan o mapalawak ang parusa batay sa pag-uugali ng nakakulong at iba pang mga kondisyon. Sa halimbawa, kung ang isang tao ay nahatulan ng reclusion temporal na 20 years, so ang ibig sabihin nun, kailangan niyang manatili sa loob ng kulungan ng 20 years. Ngunit, sa kabila nito, maaaring magkaroon ng pagkakataon na mabawasan ang kanyang sustensya kung siya ay makitaan ng magandang ugali o magandang asal sa loob ng kulungan at pagtulong nito para malutas ang kanyang kinasasangkutan na krimen. So next is prison mayor. The duration of the penalties of prison mayor and temporary disqualification shall be from 6 years and 1 day to 12 years, except when the penalty of the disqualification is imposed as an accessory penalty, in which case its duration shall be that of the principal penalty. So, prison mayor imprisonment ranging from 6 years and 1 day to 12 years. So when it talks about prison mayor, ay tumutukoy sa pinuno o tagapamahala ng isang bilangguan o kulungan. Sa konteksto ng Pilipinas, ang Prison Mayor ay karaniwang opisyal ng Department of Justice na responsable sa pamamahala at operasyon ng isang partikular na bilangguan. Ang kinalang tungkulin ay kinabibilangan ng pagtiyak ng seguridad at kaayusan sa loob ng bilangguan, pagpapatupad ng gabay at suporta sa mga tauhan ng buhay at sa mga nakakulong. Ang posisyon na ito ay mahalaga upang matiyak na ang pasilidad ng bilangguan ay ginagampanan ng maayos at naayon sa batas, pati na rin upang mapanatili ang kapayapaan at kaayusan sa loob ng komunidad ng mga nakakulong. Ang Prison Mayor, sila din ang nagsisilbing tulay sa pagitan ng nakakulong at ng mga otoridad, nagbibigay ng gabay at suporta upang mapabuti ang kalagayan ng mga taong nasa kanilang pangangalaga. So that's all. Again, my topic is all about the Philippine types of punishment. There are 3 types: the reclusion perpetua, reclusion temporal, and prison mayor. So again, the difference between reclusion perpetua and temporal. The reclusion perpetua ay yung uri ng parusa na ibinigay sa isang nakakulong ng walang takdang panahon or maaari siyang makulong hanggang sa kanyang kamatayan. Ang reclusion temporal naman ay may takdang panahon at halimbawa kung makulong isang tao ng 20 years, maaari itong mabawasan sa pamamagitan ng kung makitaan siya ng magandang asal sa loob ng bilangguan at pagtulong din niya para malutas ang kanyang kinasasangkutan na krimen. Ang prison mayor naman is yun yung nangangalaga sa loob ng pasilidad or kulungan, nagsisilbing tagapamahala at siya din ang tulay sa pagitan ng otoridad at mga nakakulong. So that's all. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Koise Makadildig, and good afternoon, Emily Lau. I am here to talk about the imprisoned correctional. Imprisonment, ranging from 6 months and 1 day to 6 years. Okay, now, ang revised penal code ng Pilipinas ay tumatakdang iba't ibang uri ng parusa para sa mga krimen. Ito ay uri ng parusang pagkakulong, matagal na 6 na buwan at 1 araw hanggang 6 na taon na pagkakulong. What are the significance of having punishment in the Philippines? Having punishment in the Philippines is a significance as it serves as a vital component in maintaining social order, to protecting citizens, upholding the rule of law. Having significant punishment in the Philippines. Ang kalagahan ng pagkaroon ng sistema ng parusa sa Pilipinas ay isang komplikadong issue na may makaroong nagsasabi na mahalaga ito para sa panatili ng kaayusan at justisya. Punishment deters individuals from committing crimes, promotes accountability, and provides justice for victims and their families. By enforcing law and regulation, punishment demonstrate that preventing potential crimes. Furthermore, punishment aims to rehabilitate offenders, helping them to reform and become productive members of society. Ultimately, the presence of punishment in the Philippines play a crucial role promoting a sense of responsibility, respect for law, and a safer, more justice society for all citizens.